very long, from a child, then going out to Mumbai to pursue architecture. Then that accident happened, and then you still fought for it, and now you're, doing internship, doing fellowship with NCPDP, and you have completed your architecture. So tell me, in this whole journey, you must have explored yourself. Amidst all of this, you ended up exploring yourself. So tell me what goes on in the hindsight in terms of, emotions, thoughts, feelings, finding the right fit. What goes on in the hindsight when you explore yourself? What do you want to say about it?
So basically, when I'm thinking about the journey, where it all started and how it is going now, post the transition phase, it was all about trying everything, like trying hands-on everything back with a little bit of modifications. Basically, it's all about unlearning and relearning about everything, like all the basic tasks, and from there on, exploring what all I can do, what all I need a little bit assistance, like to do the activity, and what are those things which are not of like not my cup of tea, like I can't really do it, and I'm not that sort of person who can really take it up. So these the like right now it is all about like I could really put them in a segment, like what are these things that I can do and what I can't really do. So this sort of exploration, all of this happened within these 3 years post my graduation, because I started fellowship like right after stepping out of my graduation. Um, with the experiences interacting with local people, if I say, I mean, with the network here also in Vizag, uh, I was new to Vizag, so I was not really aware of anybody at that point. And now it is like I have a network for like people are aware of Poornamidam, the initiative that I'm running, which I started parallel to the fellowship that works on architecture, environment, and disability. And I'm also running another initiative, which is IIH Warriors India for people living with IIH. It's been like 7 years almost that I'm running this initiative to unite individuals with IIH across India, along with their caregivers, where we could extend support for them with the doctors and the information, like bridging the information gap that is there. So yes, I mean, like I started this initiative when there were only two people in India, and then now we are like 100 plus people. And recently, if I have to be very specific, like precise, there is one recent case study of like a girl who's 14 years old who got diagnosed with IIH, whose brother attended my event, which I did for the Rare Editions Day. And from there, he heard my story and my journey with IH, while I was also talking about universal accessibility and everything. It was a mix of everything that I was doing. And from there, he connected with me, and then he shared about the developments. And then that's where like I pushed and I gave the channels where he can get the diagnosis. And with the diagnosis, we could really stop the major vision loss that was leading to, as in, we could really stop her becoming person with blindness. I mean, permanent blind. So the diagnosis
That's
happened in
commendable.
time, and then now it is like we are managing. So there are many such stories that I mean, I'm very much connected to these people with whom I'm working with, because I started the initiative where there was nobody around me.
Yeah.
So today I'm trying to extend my whatever possible I can do, and making people accountable for this and do their bit of advocacy regarding this condition. So that is another like parallel that I'm also working on. And as I'm mentioning about the uh, connections, it's a bit of like beyond the fellowship. I'm also part of the district level committee on disability for Visakhapatnam district. I was inducted by our district magistrate. after going through the work that I have been doing and uh, under the category of subject matter experts in Visakhapatnam district who's working on disability rights and accessibility issues. He like inducted me into the committee, like newly formulated committee. So with that also there is a lot of I mean access that I could really get because the committee is having all the representatives from different departments across the district. So there, if during the committee meetings also, I could really voice out a lot of things, making the best use of the opportunity that I was given. So that is also another thing. I mean, which happened within the span of like 2.5 years of the advocacy that I have been doing. So all of these diverse experiences that I got so far within a very short span is something which I take it as a like huge responsibility on me that I was given, and I would like to take it forward in a right direction. What is like what I thought and how I entered the space and how I navigated and currently exploring the other channels where I can really pursue this further post my fellowship. This is also something which is very new and very refreshing in that sense.
Especially how you are running that initiative for patients of IIH, and how you stopped that girl from being completely blind. That's commendable, I would say. How have you evolved yourself as an emotional person, as a thoughtful person? Now, when you look at your journey behind, what goes on within you in terms of emotions and feelings and thoughts?
Um, Although all of these things I'm doing as an individual because I don't really have a team or anything of that sort like who will be working. Mostly it is me that is taking it. So it's quite tiring a lot of the times because uh, I took a lot of the things on me that uh, at that point it was all about okay, let me try this, like this is how it all started. But then
Yeah,
now it is like a lot of the things came and many things are even coming up, like moving forward a lot of endeavors are like still like there on the way. um, Here what I emotionally feel is that it's too much, like um, how
yeah,
can one individual do
handle.
a lot of the things is something which I always think about, because ultimately it's like I'm relying on someone for like my travel, or like I need caregiver assistance whenever I step out of my home and to perform certain activities, because I'm a person with blindness. The digital spaces are also not really accessible that way. So, doing my study, the research, or anything of that sort, given that matter, like related to architecture or in general also, I need someone always to be there to really confirm whether like am I really understanding the way it is being put, like shown in the visual content, or not. I mean, I need that clarity before taking any sort of decision.
Yeah,
So in these it's always that one thing that I need to rely on someone. And previous to this, I mean, I always wanted to be like independent,
yeah,
like as much as possible. And then now it is like I am relying on someone. So I need that reliable person to be with whom I can really share without having any second thought. Like if I'm sharing this idea or if I'm sharing about this, what will happen the next moment?
yeah,
So in this way, a lot of thoughts will be up. But then, luckily, I mean, I got those friends around me who really understand and who really support me in what I do. And I also got a very good, like, understanding family, like, supporting family. So these two things are really, really important to really pursue what I am pursuing today. But then a lot of the times these thoughts come up ki, how long I mean,
I'm gonna
these
stay
people
with
will
me.
be around, right? So, and maybe that is the reason, like, I'm just rushing things that I need to get it done, like, as early as possible, because I don't know what will happen tomorrow, be it with my own condition, because there are certain relapses happen on and off, and I am on complete medical management and regular monitoring of my condition. So, how much ever possible within my limitations, I try to do that. Uh, yeah, I mean, even you mentioned in the earlier like question that I was skeptical to take the call
Yeah,
to enter the space, and later I mean, I'm being confident that I'm voicing out what I wanted to do, and what I like. I need a break from everything is what I was saying. So like that is something which came very naturally, because I understood that, like, okay, I'm able to do all of this, but then I'm not going to do all of this like uh, to uh, to that extent that it will drain me, like it
yeah,
will like I shouldn't feel tired every day, like I'm so it should also have a balance where I am working what I like to do, what I love to do, I'm doing it, but then I should also have some time for my own self in between everything. So that is what I'm trying to do. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really put like I'm not able to articulate what I'm really feeling, because a lot of emotions are there within me. Mm, in this particular journey, like, if I have to be very specific with the fellowship journey, the language is also another barrier that I faced. Like, all of them talk in Telugu, and the work that I'm doing is again a niche area. Uh,
yes,
so having an understanding of accessibility itself is very limited, be it with the community, be it with the officials, be it with all the stakeholders involved. The understanding is very limited. So from there to bring them to the niche area, also making this accessible for them in the language.
yeah,
So linguistic accessibility is also something which I regularly deal with. Like, literally have to find words to really put it in that frame, because we don't really have such words which are specifying like accessibility. I mean, I'm just giving one of these
yeah,
examples. So it is also something which I regularly deal with. Like, from the community, it is like they are very much limited to the pension schemes or maybe some welfare schemes. They are happy with that. Or the distribution of assistive aids is something which they would look forward to, rather than having an accessible building, or
yeah,
accessible, like having a ramp or anything in the of that matter. So it is pretty difficult in that sense. Ki what is the demand here of the people around,
mm,
and how I can really convince them that this is also your right, and this is also like you need to think about, like, maybe not fight about, but then think about that this is also your area to really look at. So that is something which I have been pushing it. So while doing all of this, dealing with multiple stakeholders coming from various backgrounds, be it like the rural setup or the urban setup, it is really uh, difficult and tiring. A lot of the times it is exhausting as well.
yeah,
But then you should never. I mean, that is what I learned, that although it is that way exhausting, but you should never stop it there. Like, if you if you push a little bit more, you never know like what
What
is coming up.
happens?
Yeah. So that is something which that is something which kept me moving, and it is still the same. Like I'm trying my best to like give it. So I'm not really able to articulate again. I mean, I'm trying to, but then I'm
That's
lost in a lot of emotions and a lot of words.
But this was commendable, like you said, that even if you're tired, you don't want to stop and you just want to continue, that you never know what happens next. And you have planned so much after NCPDP fellowship ends. That's commendable, I think. I loved talking to you, understanding your struggles and the way you overcome that. I must say that you're a very positive being, and the way you have came out in life, I just love that. Thank you so much for interacting with us, and I'm sure our viewers must have loved listening to you.
Thank you so much, Anushka.
Thank you.
Like, you have provided that like very safe space for me to really share a lot of the things that I usually don't share. Like, whatever is visible out there, it is all there on social media and the work that I do. But the behind the scenes wala me is something which we discussed today. So,
Yeah.
thank you.